Whoa! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another 10-minute tips. Connor Rhodes from slumsociety.co.uk, and today we are here to talk about, as always, dietary success. But today we're here to talk about a specific component of success, something that you need to be able to make it to the end of your diet, and I'm talking about self-esteem. I'm not talking about self-esteem in all facets or areas of your life. I'm talking about specifically dietary self-esteem. What do I mean by that? Well, what is self-esteem? Self-esteem is how you feel about yourself. It's self-belief as well. So I'm talking about your belief in yourself and how you feel about whether or not you can succeed in this dietary process. Whether or not you can actually lose the weight that you want to lose. Why am I saying this? Why do you need a good level of self-esteem and self-belief and motivation a little bit to be able to make it to the end? It's because you need to be able to take a knock. You need to be able to take a hit. You need to be able to come up against an obstacle and find a way around it, or dig under or blast through it, and not just turn around and accept defeat. Throughout the dietary process, you will have success, but you'll also have struggle. There'll be failures. There'll be ups and downs. Sometimes you'll be off the track, off the plan, off the path, whatever you want to call it. This is literally inevitable. This might not be news for you, but nobody eats perfectly. No one eats perfectly on any program. There isn't a single person who's joined any fat loss program who's followed it 100% every single day exactly as it should be followed. And even if there is, you don't want that to be you, because that's so unbelievably restrictive. What, you don't want any flexibility, do you not? Or any fun? All right then. I mean, you can make it awful for yourself if you want, but it's not recommended. Okay, and you don't have to be perfect either. This is another important point. I don't eat perfectly. No one eats perfectly. Even Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, doesn't eat perfectly. Puts his cheat meals on Instagram. One of the best living physiques ever. Isn't it, sort of thing. Fitness models, bodybuilders, cover models, catwalk models, people who get paid for the shape, or their job is to be a certain shape, or to look a certain way. They don't eat perfectly. You don't have to. It'd be way more difficult if you did. I'm a nutritionist. I don't eat perfectly. This is good news for you, because you should understand that this is not what you're striving for. Perfection, perfect eating. What, you're never going to have any fun ever again? Because I am. I'm going to go all-inclusive on holiday. I'm going to go to 5-star restaurants, and I'm still going to be slim and in shape. And you can too. You can too. But throughout the process, you're going to come up against obstacles, setbacks, struggles. You're going to fall off track. Everybody does. The question is not whether you can stay on track the entire time. This is what you think. I know. This is what you get into your own mind, and it's not the wrong motivation entirely. But you plan to join a program, be it mine, be it Skinny Watchers, Weight World, Cambridge, Oxford, wherever, And you plan, build yourself up, get ready. Oh my God, okay, we'll start on Monday. 3, 2, 1. You plan to just stick to it 100% and just go hell for leather, and I will make a change, don't you? Yes, you will make a change, but no, you won't stick to it. Okay. No one's that perfect. You're not going to be that perfect either. You don't need to be, and you won't be. Okay, so this is an important point of perspective. Part of my job is to rebuild people's dietary self-esteem, and one of the ways we do this is through perspective. You won't be perfect. Don't expect to be. If you expect to be, you will fail your own goals of perfection, definitely, and then you'll start to confirm your own biases when you think, no, I can't do this. Oh, this always happens. Well, you're exactly right. If you're always aiming to be perfect, no, you can't do that, and that will always happen. But it's by your doing and your own volition. It's poor goal setting and perspective, essentially. If you think that you're not going to fall off track, other stresses in life are not going to get in the way sometimes. You're not going to stress eat ever, or boredom eat ever, or celebratory eat ever, or drink. It's not going to be your birthday or Christmas or holidays, like I said. You're never going to go to any nice restaurants. Your friends are never going to persuade you to get a takeaway. Don't be silly. All of those things are going to happen to every single person, including you. So when they happen to you, why are you beating yourself up? It's got nothing to do with you that this happens. Overeat on a weekend because you went out with your friends. Oh, drink too much. Oh, I'm such a bad person. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, this always happens to me. Oh, I'll never make it. Oh, 2 or 3 pounds on after a heavy weekend. Like it's the end of the world. Oh, I'm never going to be able to do this. Not with that attitude, you won't. Your own negative self-talk will impact your actions, and your actions will determine your results, and you can fulfill your own prophecy. You can. If you tell yourself that, oh, I can't do this, I'll never be able to do this, I'm not good enough, I'm not strong enough, you can start to believe yourself, you can ruin your own self-esteem. And I understand a lot of people come to see me with poor dietary self-esteem. Because I'm not as famous as Slimming World, Weight Watchers, or some other programs. So by the time people come to me, find me, they've already tried these other programs, sometimes 15 times, and they see other people losing weight on these programs. You join Slimming World, it works for some people, but not you. You think, all right. You join Weight Watchers, it works for some people, but not you. You either lose weight, or you gain it back, or you don't lose weight, or you can't stick to it. You join this program, that program, supplements, you try and go into the gym, you try classes, nothing's working. Well, these things work for other people. Why are they not working for me? You feel like it must be you, mustn't it? No. It's difficult for everyone. Do you know statistically 90% of everybody who loses any weight gains back more than they lost within 2 years? 90% of everybody. And you think it's you? You're not good enough for dieting? Oh, it must be your metabolism? It's 90% of everybody, and that's assuming that the 10% of people that were successful, you think they didn't find it difficult to be successful? Yeah, they did. It's not easy for anyone. It's not easy for me. If you see me on video for years, day after day, hopefully looking slim, that's because I manage my calorie intake correctly all the time. It must be, mustn't it? Because that's how it works. I put in effort to eat healthy every day. I know you do too. I know you're trying. When you're trying anything, when you're trying to get good at anything, if you take up, I don't know, surfing, go for it. What do you think you're going to do? Never fall off the board? Don't be silly. Isn't it? Of course. It's like dieting's like riding a mechanical bull. When you get on the bull, you should expect to fall off. It's part of it to fall off. What do? Dust yourself off, try again. What's the aim of the bull? Stay on longer. That's dieting too. Something that's real difficult. What's the aim of surfing? Stay on longer. Everybody falls. This is why there's a really famous saying, the master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. How many times have you fallen off a surfboard? Is it a few? Is it none? How many times do you think a pro surfer's fallen off his surfboard, or her surfboard, or their surfboard? Is it 50 times per day? Considering every time they get on it, they ride it until they fall off. How many times do you think they've fallen off it? Is it 30 times per day, every day? Is that a failure, or are they learning? Is that a successful pattern in life? Yes, it is. That is the way to success. You're going to fall off track. The question isn't, I'll bring this video around to a summary now because I can see I've got 2 minutes left on the 10-minute tip. The question isn't whether you fall off track or not. It's what you're going to do afterwards. What are you going to do? Are you going to take the hit? Are you going to get hit once and then start punching yourself in the face because you're such a bad person? Why does this always happen? It happens because it happens to everyone. There's nothing wrong with you that you fell off track or you can't eat perfectly or stick to a diet forever. It's normal. There's one major difference between the people who succeed and the people who either make it to the end or don't make it to the end, or gain the weight back at the end. It's that the people who succeed, it's not that they don't fall off track, it's that they get back on. Again and again and again and again. And the real question is, how many rounds can you take? How many are you willing to go through? I reset every day. Every week, definitely. I'm resetting, retrying. I'm going to give it another shot at healthy eating. Every single day or week. For me, for like 15 years, I've been trying. Maybe you've been trying the same length of time. I understand. It's about how many times are you going to get back up and try again. And the more times you try, even though when you're on the wagon, and sometimes you fall off the wagon because it's a bumpy ride, the more rounds you go through with correct mindfulness and correct effort and correct help, you'll stay on the wagon a little bit longer. Your balance will get better. When you fall off, you won't fall off as far. Sometimes at the beginning, it's like falling off and rolling backwards down a hill. After a while, you'll fall off and you'll just jump straight back on. You'll get back on faster. You'll stay on longer. You'll get further. You won't fall off as much. When you do fall off, you won't fall off as far and you'll get back on quicker. All improvements over time. This is how it'll go. Don't expect to be perfect. Expect these rounds. Prepare yourself. If you want help with this, go to slimsociety.co.uk, see who we are and how we can help you. Thank you so much. I've been Connor Rhodes. This is a 10-minute tip. Go through the rounds, ladies and gentlemen. Prepare for it. Thank you so much. I'll speak to you and I'll see you again soon.